Right, section 1.3, order of operations, located page 15 in the foundation book. Right, so back to key stage 3. What's it all about? Well, if you've got complicated little sums, which can be done without a calculator of course, involving brackets and multiplying and all sorts of operations, if you do not do the sum in the correct order, you will get the wrong answer. So you may remember this. Although I prefer Bidmus, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Usually called Bodmus, but I call it Bidmus because first of all we have brackets. If there's numbers in brackets, work them out first. If you have indices or powers, work them out next. Divide is in the same league as multiply, and adding is in the same league as subtracting. Okay, so that's the basic order in which you have to do things. So I'm going to jump straight into question 1 on page 15 and just do some. So let's just go for yellow on a lovely blue background. Alright, so very straightforward. Let's pick up 1J, pick a middle level one. I've got 7 times 2 plus 3 times 5. Now look at it carefully. It's not 7 times 3 plus 2, then times 5. It's 7 times 2 plus 3 times 5. In other words, let's multiply first. We take that little blob and do it. We'll take that little blob and do it. 3 5s are 15, and then we're free to add them. Well, that's going to give us 29. Really easy. I think I'll do H. It's 1H. I've got here 2 plus 3 located in a bracket, multiply by 5 and then take away 4. Alright, let's do the bracket first. What have I got? I've got 2 plus 3 is 5. Now I multiply by the 5 that's already there, then take away 4. Put the equals in. 5 times 5, it's going to be 25. Take away the 4, I come down to 21. That's my final answer with that. Question 2, I don't want to do that because it's true or false. So if you look at question 2 yourselves, they've got a ready-made answer. They've got an order of operation sum and then an answer. You've got to decide if it's true or false. Well, it's no good trying to say yes or no, true, false. You need to work it out properly yourself. I think I'll go for question 3 and I'll do 3C. I'll work up here. 3C says this: 20 divided by 4 plus 2 and then multiply by 3. Well, 20 stands alone. Divided by 4 plus 2 times 3. Well, look, we've got to multiply first. So we're saying 4 plus 2 3s are 6. Next stage, 20 is still waiting to be processed. 4 plus 6 is 10. 20 divided by 10 is 2. And that's wonderful. Right, what about the more tricky one, the last one? That's 3D. I have got 9 times 4. Then I want to take away 6. Divide that by 18, subtract bracket 2 plus 1, I believe. Am I right? Yes, 2 plus 1. Right, well, I've got here a blob there and a blob there, and of course the top part is a blob in its own right and the bottom part is a blob in its own right. So forgive my lack of technical language, but if you see it as little blocks of numbers, then you could process it in small chunks. Well, 9 times 4, we can do that. 9 4s are roughly, what's that, 2 18s? 36. That's him taken care of. Then we'll minus 6 later on when we get ready for it. Divided by 18 and take away 2 plus 1, because that's the bracket. So we've got to take away 3. Let's carry on working across the page now because it's got space. 36 take away 6 is 30. Divided by 18 take away 3 is 15. And it's another real beauty. 30 divided by 15 is exactly 2, just like his mate up there. Anything else challenging? Insert brackets to make these correct. Okay, I really fancy that one. So question 5 then, so it doesn't start moaning at us. Question 5, that's going to be over quite quickly actually. Yeah, okay, question 5. I fancy doing 12 minus 9 minus 2 is 5. Now this is question 5C. Now I've got to put brackets there. Let's have a look. 12 take away 9 is 3. 3 take away 2 is 5. No, it's not. 3 take away 2 is not 5. I've got to insert brackets to make these things correct. Right. If I say 12 take away 9 first and get 3, I'm left with 3 take away 2 is 1. So that's no good. The only place to put a bracket therefore is there. See what happens. Well, work out the bracket first. 9 take away 2 is 7. What are we left with? 12 take away 7. That does in fact make 5. So I know I'm right. Let's try another one. This is going to be E, 5E. I've got 15. I can't tell if that's plus or divide. I think it's plus. So 15 plus 7, take away 2, divide by 5. I can see that. I've got to make 16. Again, I'm thinking on my feet. Oops. Divide by 5. And I've got to make 16 somehow. Let's just take a look at that. Well, let's just try it, shall we? I can put a bracket there. That will give me 22 take away 2 is 20. And 20 divided by 5 won't work because I've got to work out this division sum first. So I'm not even going to try that. I can't see that one working. Alright, got a very awkward answer and therefore it's probably wrong. Let's write it back in. Again, we're just trying it out. What if I put that just there? Here I go. So 15 can stand alone. I've got to work out my bracket. 7 take away 2 is 5. Put a plus there because it says so. And I've got my divide by 5 waiting for me. Let's take a look at it. 15 stands alone. And then we're going to do the division sum. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 15 plus 1 is 16. So actually that's correct, isn't it? Don't want to do any more of those. Now these look really, really challenging. Here we go. I've got to work this out. This is question 7A with a nasty, scary asterisk by it. So I've got here 35. I've got to multiply that by 52 take away 49. That looks absolutely vile. But anyway, if you obey the Bidmus rule, then we better do the B first, the bracket. It'll be far less scary. So 35 times, well, 52 take away 49 is only 3. That's easy. Well, 35 times 3, well, 3 30s are 90, plus 15, 105. That was almost painless, wasn't it? I want to go for 7D. Again, it's supposed to be scary, but let's look at it. I've got 9 plus 18 multiplied by 7 and divide by 15. Alright, the hard bit is 18 times 7. I think I do a little short multiplication sum here. 7 8s are 56, I believe. I hope so. 7 1s are 7 plus the 5 is 12. Okay, so let me just rewrite this little bit. I've got 9 plus 126. Divide that by 15. That's going to give me 135 divided by 15. I think I'm feeling good about that, but I don't know why. Let's see if that works quite nicely. Now I've got myself a bit of a division sum going down now. Okay, so 15's into 135. Well, 15 doesn't go into 1 or 13, so I've got to put in directly, haven't I? So let me just work it out. 10 of them is too many. 5 of them is only 50, 75. Well, let's just put 5 of them there. 5 of them is 75. So I've got basically 5 times 15 taken care of. If I take away the 75 from 135, I've got 25 plus 35, 60 left. Oh, I can see that that goes in there an extra 4 times. So 15 into 60 goes 4 times. So that's 4 lots of 15 taken care of. And I can now take that away ever so nicely and get 0. So I put in 15 into 135 5 times just to bring it down a little bit. Found the difference, which is 60. Then I saw straight away that's another 4 15s. So I've got 5 15s and 4 15s. That comes to 9 15s exactly. So this horrible little sum here turns into that, which turns into that, which turns into this, and the final answer is 9, and I'm very confident about that one. Okay, so that's essentially BIDMAS all done and dusted. Remember, brackets, indices, divide, multiply, add and subtract, and you'll be fine. And we're sort of working at grade E really, so it won't get much tougher than that. And I'll stop it right there. Thank you for listening. Now go and watch it 25,000 times.